It's that time again. Welcome to Boxing on the Go. I'm your host, Noel Muro. Here we go again. October 3rd, 2020. And we're still living in the Rona era. Coronavirus. COVID-19. I hope everyone out there is staying safe. Sanitizing. Wearing your masks. Doing what you need to do your part. And hopefully this will all be over soon. It's funny when people say, you know, either online, on Twitter, articles, whatever, it says during coronavirus or during COVID-19, they say. Like it's past tense. Coronavirus is still here. Loud and clear. It's still here. So whoever's out there writing that shit, stop it. All right? We're still going through it. So, yeah, sorry. I just had to get that off my chest. Anyways. All right. Last weekend, we had the Charlo brothers, a doubleheader pay-per-view on Showtime. Jermall Charlo and Jermell Charlo. Jermall Charlo had his, I was tweeting and just saying this anyways. It just, that was going to be a huge test for both of them. Jason Rosario just came off, that win against J-Rock, got his titles. Or his title, I'm sorry. And Jason La Banana Rosario. And, he went up against Jermell Charlo. It's a big test. I mean, just the way Jason Rosario took care of business with J-Rock. No one even heard of this guy. I never heard of him. And sure enough, goes on to beat J-Rock and becomes a world champion just like that. Jermall Charlo is going to have had a busy night with going all 12 with Sergey Derevianchenko, who's not an easy out. This his third world title shot at 160 pounds. Jermall looked like the bigger man in there. Those uppercuts really did it for him. And these guys passed the test in my eyes and a lot of people's eyes. So absolutely, the Charlo brothers are a force to be reckoned with, world champions. And, they're still pretty young. And, so they're shaking up the junior middleweight and the middleweight divisions. Maybe Jermall moves to 168 pounds in the future. Maybe he fights Canelo in the future. We don't know. Triple G, that would be a great fight I'd like to see. Jermall Charlo versus Gennady Golovkin. Triple G's already getting up there in age. So even if those two did get it on, there'd probably be a lot of haters and just a lot of criticism. They probably wouldn't give Jermall Charlo that much credit just because of Triple G's age. And not rightly so. I think he's still a hard out, and I think Triple G is still, he's not the Triple G of a couple years ago, but that goes for everybody. Father Time is undefeated, unless you're Mike Tyson. No. But these guys are definitely monsters, and all credit goes to them. Credit goes to Sergey Derevianchenko. Took that beating like a champ. He got some really good shots in there. I mean, it was a good fight. Sergey. I mean, don't count out Sergey Derevianchenko. Looks like he's gonna be moving down to 154 pounds. Very classy fighter. Doesn't disrespect nobody. Always has utmost respect for his opponents that I can see. I don't see him running his mouth and all that. And it's exciting when people do that. You're a villain, or you're just talking shit, and that makes for good podcasts. Makes for I mean, like the Floyd Mayweathers and the Conor McGregors, the Tito Ortizes of the world. There's you always need someone to talk shit, but Sergey Derevyanchenko, he don't even have to do that in order for him to get his point across. The guy's, like I said, he's up there. It sucks that I mean, some say he edged out Triple G. Probably should have gotten that world title, but judges didn't see it that way, and that was a very close fight. So you could argue either way. Anyways, so yes, Sergey Derevyanchenko will be moving down to 154 pounds. And you know what? You move down, there's a Charlo. You stay where you're at, there's a Charlo. The only other fighter that's a world titleist there, a real world titleist, not this regular title bullshit, is Patrick Tejeda. I mean, that's a smaller Charlo. Sergey Derevyanchenko is he's a big dude. If he can lose that weight, just make the weight at the scales, and he'll be a strong fighter at 154. Erislandi Lara is still there. I mean, maybe Lara should mix it up with Jermell Charlo, and that'll be a big world title fight. Yeah, Lara's he's a hard out too. He's getting up there in age as well, but he has that real boxer fighting on the outside on the back foot. Real he'll exchange, but he's just he's one of those fighters, and it'd be nice to just start seeing if this is gonna keep going this way. I don't want to see Charlos versus straight up nobodies. I don't want to say nobodies. Let's just say not top 5 caliber opponents. Let's get some more undisputed fights. I mean, not undisputed. I'm sorry. Some unifications. Let's mix them up with the best. And you fight. We all want the fighters to fight the best against the best. Or just the top guys fighting each other. You gotta do it. These guys are already world champions. They're getting paid pretty well from Al Heyman, and the whole PBC situation over there. And they don't seem like they're hurting for money or anything. And they're both world titleists. And just like to see them continue to fight top opponents, high level opponents. Okay. All right. Canelo filed a lawsuit against DAZN and Golden Boy Promotions and, probably any other entities involved with that whole situation as promotional outfit and whatnot. Seems like he's saying he just wants to get in the ring. His fans, don't quote me on this. I'm just saying along the lines here. He wants to give his fans what they deserve. And boxing is not really the same unless you have the superstar of boxing in there. Okay, a lot of people complaining if Canelo fights Yildirim, almost doesn't even matter. I mean, yes, look, Canelo always fights top guys most of the time. That one Yildirim is not really a top level opponent, but just got to see Canelo in there. Got to see him fight. I mean, Mexican Independence Day and Cinco de Mayo weekends. I mean, everything has gotten shaken up by the coronavirus, and there's no gate. No one's making money off the gate. There's no fans in attendance. Looks like Texas and Florida are going to start doing that. But DAZN wants him to take a huge pay cut. They want him to fight what is it? Khabib Nurmagomedov. You know, they want him to fight a UFC guy, and I get it. I see where they're coming from. They want more. They're going to get a lot of subscribers if he was going to fight someone like that to shake up. You know, they want a circus, like a sideshow, kind of like they want like a Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor type situation, type fight. So I mean, that would generate huge numbers for DAZN. I understand that. I get it. But core boxing fans, hardcores, they do not like that. And from what they're saying, that they want him to fight high-level opponents, which, Callum Smith and Billy Joe Saunders are 2 world titleists. What the hell? Get it together, DAZN. Because it looked like the plan was Canelo going from light heavyweight when he beat Sergey Kovalev and gradually make his way down to 160. So you let him fight at 168, Callum Smith or Billy Joe Saunders. He'll get a proper world title at 168 pounds, super middleweight, if he beats any one of those guys. Yes, those guys are not... They're not the... they're not subscription-pushing opponents. Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders. Yes, in the UK, if you had live gate, I bet you DAZN would let that happen. But everyone's getting pay cuts during the coronavirus. Let Canelo fight one of those guys, even without fans. Or I think even the UK is going to start letting fans come in, at least limited. So let Canelo fight one of those dudes. Have him fight in the UK. It doesn't have to be in Vegas all the time. Just let him fight in the UK. See, I mean, the UK now has DAZN too, right? So you'll get some. I'll bet they'd get some pretty good subscription. They'd push some subscriptions if given that fight, any one of those fights. So looks like they're going to some kind of mediation talks. Canelo's his legal team and DAZN and Golden Boy Promotions. Looks like earlier this week, either Monday or Tuesday, either Michael Benson or Mike Coppinger, one of those guys, reported that Canelo has refiled the lawsuit, even during the mediation process, just because someone said it's just to make sure that the lawsuit is still in place throughout the mediation. So it looks like there's still mediation talks, so they can settle out. It looks like he wants out of this promotion of his promotional entity. It's blood in the water. You got Steven Espinosa. You got everybody just circling. There's like sharks, blood in the water. So I don't see Canelo. If Canelo gets out of his DAZN and Golden Boy Promotion deal, if he gets out of any of those, well, I mean, if he gets, it'll be both. But if he gets out of all that, I don't see him wanting to sign multi-fight deals with anyone. I could see him just wanting to be a free agent, kind of like a Mikey Garcia type situation. So put it out to the highest bidder who wants the fight, and he'll probably just go down that route. I hope that they can reach an agreement. Canelo, Golden Boy is probably Canelo and Golden Boy, they've, I think they work. I think it works. I think it works. Him going elsewhere, I don't want, strictly him only fighting who they want him to fight, PBC. It'd be nice just for him to be able to choose his opponents accordingly. see which fights he wants and whatever the sanctioning bodies throw at him and whatnot. I don't know. But I hope that doesn't end in divorce and they could just settle amicably and let him fight those two guys. Either one of those two guys at super middleweight. Let him, and then he can possibly get a super middleweight title that way and then move back down to 160 and boom, you got Jermall Charlo. Boom, you got Triple G. You got, let that shit happen. All right? Anyways, next we have Vasily Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez. That's going to be like in 2 weeks. That's going to be an amazing fight. I don't know if that will go the distance. Teofimo Lopez fast and very powerful. He's going to be the bigger guy against Lomachenko. See, power and all that, that's great if your fist can find its target. Vasily Lomachenko, his amazing footwork. Haven't seen him fight in a long time, and it's exciting to finally get him back in the ring and watch him, that magic man, go to work. As far as predictions, I want to say Teofimo Lopez. He's the younger dude, but very talented. Even if he loses to Vasily Lomachenko, fuck it, you lose, and you depending if it's a close fight or not, run it back, rematch. I don't know, or it'll be one loss. It'll be all right. But my predictions are I got Vasily Lomachenko beating Teofimo Lopez by decision. It will go the distance, I think. No, it's not. Let's just say TKO by round 10. All right? I'm on record. All right, now we got November 21st, I believe. It's Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. Look, Danny Garcia is a former world title champion, former world titleist. I think he's a hard out. I give Danny Garcia a very good chance of beating Errol Spence Jr. I don't know who wins that fight. Errol Spence is obviously the favorite. That's a toss-up. I still give Danny Garcia a very good chance to beat him. That's just me. All right. Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. What's going on with that? You said the deal is done. They didn't have to go to purse bid. When is the fight date? Where is it going to take place? Maybe they're just waiting for it to happen in the UK, and then there's fans, or maybe it'll have to happen in Texas or Florida. I don't know, but I'm sure they're probably just waiting to see if they get a venue with some kind of crowd, and so yeah, we're waiting for that. I got Ryan Garcia on that one all day. It's a big step up fight for Ryan Garcia. After that, let's get him a world title shot. All right. Luke Campbell, no disrespect, but Ryan Garcia is he's a pretty bad dude. And on Halloween, we got 3 big fights. We got Gervonta Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. I believe that's gonna be like the Alamo Dome, I believe. Don't quote me on that. In Texas, limited crowd. You're going to have to take everyone's temperatures, and people are going to have to wear masks probably and get them all spread out. And that's a pay-per-view on Showtime. Then we got the Monster Inoue versus Maloney. That's the same day. Going to be on Top Rank. And then you got Usyk versus Alexander Usyk versus Derek Chisora. Fuck, man, what a lineup. That's going to be a great day of boxing. I ain't doing shit that whole day but watch boxing. And, I'm not taking my kid trick-or-treating. Fuck all that. I'm just we'll skip that shit for a year, and we'll continue that another next year or the year after, whenever any of this goes back to normal, and we can do it in a safer manner. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully I get some guests on here pretty soon. I know I keep saying that shit, but yeah, it's gonna, one of these days I'm gonna have another guest on, and we'll go from there. All right, so I'm Noel Muro, TRYLOSOPHY.com. You can find TRYLOSOPHY at TRYLOSOPHY on Instagram. Find me at Moruso, MORUSO 71 on Twitter. Have a great day. Stay safe out there. TRYLOSOPHY.com. Alrighty. See you next time.